sorry, Michael.
Slow car ahead.
I might move my brakes forward slightly on this. In fact, it's already quite far forward. I might have just fucked up my braking zone on that. I think I can just stay in fourth for that corner. I may try going through that section in third.
Car 6, just set the fastest lap. 30.798.
Damn, Burrow's flying. I'm not comfortable with that corner. Oh, that one. Yeah, third gear's a play through there.
car, 42. Just set the fastest lap. 30.54.
Got a bit loose there. I've always struggled with the exit of that corner, regardless to what game. Same with this one.
Car on your left. Clear on the left. How you doing, Grim? Right side, clear.
Yeah, I've quit Forza. Quit Forza in January. I'm done with it.
Don't worry.
Well, this race starts at 3 o'clock. It's a 2-hour endurance race. I'm looking forward to it.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
It is, depending on track, because I'm like kind of 50-50 on the MX-5. But on C class at the moment, it's
Just set the fastest lap.
on C class at the moment, it's Nürburgring in Ringmaster. Oh, that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun in the MX-5. I'll probably be doing that after this race. But yeah, there's a lot of good series on this. It's just fucking expensive. But I didn't realise you had iRacing as well, Grim. How long you been on this game for? Ah. Get back on it then. Oh, get back on it, brother. Come and give me some company. The only issue I'm having at the moment, since the game update, or it's either since the game updated or since my graphics card drivers updated, I can't remember which one, but I've been getting stutters, but I've only been getting stutters in endurance racing. I don't get it in standard day-to-day lobbies. I only get it in endurance lobbies like this. So I don't know if it's the game or my graphics drivers, but it's really annoying. Oh yeah, I'm on direct drive at the moment. I've still got the Logitech G920, but so I switched from that to the Moser R5 direct drive and sequential shifter as well. It's I enjoy it. I like it. Because I were having a lot of issues. But the only thing what's making me think it's the NVIDIA drivers is because I were having really bad screen tearing, like really fucking bad screen tearing on every game. So I went into save mode, used DDU, completely uninstalled every driver, then installed the latest one, and that's fixed the screen tearing. But this game still freezes for a second or so, but it only does it in endurance racing. It doesn't do it on any other lobbies. So I'm not too sure. But at the moment, I'm kind of saving up to get a 5080 because I've like my 3080 was fine on my 27 inch. Yeah, because on my 27 inch, I fucking all perfect on that, but I switched to a 40 inch ultra wide because I've come sim racing, and I've noticed my 3080 no longer has enough guts, so I'm tempted to save up and get a 5080. I've seen I can get around 300, 350 for the 3080. But I'm kind of in that dilemma at the moment because like they'll be releasing the 60 series card in 2026. However, if I wait to get a 60 series card, my 3080 will come pretty much worthless at that point. So do I upgrade now for a 5080 and sell my 3080 when it's worth something, or do I just bite the bullet and take the L and just get the 60 series card? That's kind of what's in my mind at the moment. I don't know what to do. Nice. It's a very nice build though, that. It's like CPU wise, because I'm 1440p, I don't need to upgrade my CPU. At the moment, I've got a 5950X, 16 core, 32 thread. And like this is running this game with 64 gigabytes of RAM. But I don't, if I get the 5080, I don't need to upgrade this if I stay 1440. But I want to get onto the AM5 platform because I'm not a fan of AM4. So I don't know if to just do a complete system rebuild or just get the 5080. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Oh, it's like, what time are we on? I'll be back in a minute or two. I'm just gonna quickly go nip to the toilet before race starts. I'll be back in a minute or two. I'm back. I just realised I had my webcam on this entire time as well. But yeah, it's the only reason I'm thinking about going AM5 and getting the same CPU as what you've got is because I don't like AM4. Especially when you've got to reapply thermal paste. You know what I mean? You've got a chance of ripping your CPU out at socket. And that's not something I exactly want to do when you spend so much money on your PC, do you know what I mean? So it's kind of one of them at the moment. I don't know what to do. What games have you been up to lately? I've not seen you around for a long time. So hope everything's doing well for you. And life is treating you well. Especially in this day and age with cost of living. Fucking fortune these days. Need a mortgage just to buy bread and milk. About 6. Weren't Power World going through some legal trouble from Nintendo because of Pokemon or something stupid? I've not heard anything about Power World since I heard that. But Battlefield 6, that looks like an amazing game, Battlefield 6. However, it's just that type of game I don't like to play. I don't know, I've not heard much about it. It must have been quite a long time ago. I think it was when Power World first come out, I heard about that. But I've not heard an update since from it. So I don't know what's happening with it or whether they're winning or losing or what. I couldn't tell you. Nice. I'll have a look at that in a bit. I don't have it open at the moment, unfortunately. In fact, I think I can... One sec. There we go. I keep forgetting I've got that blur effect, so I can load shit up without showing anything. That's another thing my PC does. Even though I've got 3 other monitors, whenever I load up Discord, it always does it on my main monitor, even though I move it to my second monitor. It always chucks it back in original one. That is really nice, that. The only thing I'm not a fan of, and you probably know this is coming, is your radiator rotation. No, your radiator's on top. Never mind. They look like it are at front at the moment, but it's at top, innit? So yeah, it's a nice build, that. It's a very nice build. But yeah, I'm a Corsair fanboy as well. I've got Corsair 500D case. Yeah, it's just at first with the pipes, it looked like it would go into the front radiators, and when I looked properly, I could see it would go into the top radiators. But yeah, I'm a Corsair fanboy. I've got a Corsair 500 case, 500, is it D case? 12 Corsair fans, Corsair all-in-one loop, their RAM. I got a lot of Corsair things. Corsair power supply. Yeah, I've got a lot of Corsair shit. A lot of Corsair shit. You know what? I'm gonna try and... I don't know whether it's gonna... the only reason I went for 64 gigabytes or bought more, like the only reason is because it looked fucking weird only having 2 sticks of RAM in, because my RAM sticks are LED, so it looks fucking very weird having 2 sticks of RAM in what are lit up like a Christmas tree. So I bought 2 more sticks just so it didn't look weird. And that is the only reason. Oh, I'm gonna have to put wet. I can't do all this in fucking slicks. I'm gonna have to put wets on and pit and change to dries. I can't do all this with slicks. Quality. There we go. But that's the only reason I did it. That is the only reason I did it. Holy Jesus. This is going to be scary. I've not done no practicing in wet on this. So I might do a pit stop start, as I can see there being a lot of chaos. Yeah, so I still do the rookie races every now and again, but it depends what track it's on. But what I mainly do nowadays is touring cars, GT, and Toyota GR86. Then if my feet are really playing up, then I do NASCAR, because on NASCAR you can use throttle on buttons, you don't really need pedals with NASCAR. So if my feet are really playing up, that's what I do. Just gotta do NASCAR and run circles. That's why I've just gone and got some painkillers just in case feet play up. At least Mustang, what I'm in, it's a newish car, what they've added. And I bought this over. I kind of regret buying this car, and I kind of don't, because one, it looks absolutely beautiful and it sounds beautiful. But the reason why I regret going it is because every car in iRacing prefer rear heavy brakes. So this is pretty much one of a few cars what prefer forward heavy brakes. And if you put it like any slightly towards rear heavy, it just spins under braking. Well, that's gonna fucking scare me, that dip there in water. That is gonna fucking scare me in this race. It's scaring me in quali. I think it might be one of them, just let off and don't touch your brakes. My only issue on this game is I've barely done any rain racing or wet racing. The 99% of the racing I've done, it's probably 99.9% of the racing has been in dry and slicks only. Yo, thank you, Grim, for the sub. Now you can use some annoying emotes. But yeah, I've mainly done dry racing on this. That's why I'm not comfortable at all in wet racing. If it were front wheel drive, I'd be a lot more comfortable because you can just plant your foot to get out of a spin in front wheel drive. But in rear wheel drive, it's scary. We'll see a lot of people probably running slick in this. And stay off at curbs. I learnt that on VIR yesterday. Did a 2-hour endurance race yesterday on VIR. And the Toyota GR86 multi-class race, and in practicing it was shucking it down. In race itself was dry, but in practice lobby it was wet, and I learned very quickly to stay off curbs. It's very hard for me to do because I'm used to just point and shooting at curbs. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you have a look underneath my stream, you will see my build. I should have a photo on there of my build, but I don't know if I put a photo and I had more RAM on it or not, but put the dry setup on, see if it is dry or not, see what it says when I load in. Yeah, moderately wet. I'm not even risking it. I think I'm going to start front pits as well. I think what are other people running? Yeah, they're all running wets as well. But I am right at the back of the pack, so I might just start here and just hang back. I'm right at the back. I might just do that. Start and just stay right at the back and let everyone kill themselves.
Good luck, boys.
This is the GT4 and the P32 LMP car, whatever you call it. The touring car one, I thought it was today, but it turns out it's next weekend. So the only one going at the moment is this one. So it's a 2-hour race. But the ground is really fucking wet. Like, really fucking wet. And I'm shit at wet driving. So I'm probably going to kill myself a few times. So this is going to be funny. It's going to be painful and funny. But I'm right at the back, so I'm just gonna hang way back, watch everyone kill themselves, then
No, I wish the wiper actually cleaned
Try not to die myself.
It's a long race, guys.
It's wet outside.
Must be the one.
I'm in the GT4 Mustang at the moment as well. The track, if it doesn't carry on raining, the track will dry up within 10 laps. So I've just kind of got to play it safe and not be on racing line like what you said, Grim. But I can see a lot of people dying here, especially in the dip. There's a lot of standing water down there. If I can make it through the dip, I should be fine. Oh, it's just all that was just aquaplaning them. Oh, he's got damage. And there's no fast repairs in this as well, because it's D class. So if you're dead, you're dead. This is the only other corner what's going to scare me, rain, because I like to fucking hunt the curbs.
Oh, nice.
I'll try to do the same myself, but like I say, it's if you're in front wheel drive, I wouldn't be so hesitant through there, because you can just fucking put your foot to the floor and it'll pull yourself straight. We're in rear wheel drive, you can't do that. But it says it's not going to rain, or there's a 0% chance of it's going to rain. So I think the track will dry up within a couple of laps, or there'll start being a dry line in a couple of laps. Or has got to survive until that happens. With that car in front, that is what I've got for GT3. Then for GT1, I've got the Aston Martin DBR9 for GT1, and that thing's a fucking beast. Alright. Try not to die. I'm trying to straight line. It's like it's just that wet in the bottom. Yeah. The only thing what scares me with that dip in wet is that puddle at the bottom. If I can straight line it through there like what you said, Grim, I should be fine. I'm going to try straight lining it without being on power or brakes, to give it no reason to rotate in any direction. Then once I get, there we go, that's that stutter there, Grim, I were on about. But once I get my confidence a little bit more, I should be okay, where it's just getting that confidence. I don't know if it is server side or whether it's just the game itself, but I know I got it. It started happening on one of updates, so that's the reason why I'm thinking it's the game, because that only happened on one of the last updates. So that's why I don't know if it's server side or the game itself what's doing it. You know, like a corruption file or something. And the only reason I don't want to uninstall it and reinstall it is because I've got every bit of content for this game downloaded, which is about 500 gigs. I do have gigabyte internet, but still. I say gigabyte internet. A gig down and 100 up. Wonder if he hit someone then. Spinning round. It is starting to dry up through there. Remote cars splashing through. That were a good save by him. He did tap the wall, but that could have been a lot worse. It is drying up because it's gone from moderately wet to lightly wet. So the track is drying. I think the other thing what's not helping me as well is I'm running less downforce, because this is a dry setup. I've just put wet tyres on it. So I'm running a lot less downforce as well. But that'll benefit me when it gets to dry track, I think, if it gets to a dry track. Hit puddle and just fucking slid. By the way, you don't have to be afraid of talking when I'm racing. I've got it so chat reads out in my ear, so I don't have to look at the screen. I've just got that muted so y'all can't hear it, that's all. Ooh, 3 for 1 there. You know, with that 5090 you've got, Grim, can you just max out any game? I went for the dry setup. The wet setup does have that, but I banked on it drying out, so I went on the dry setup with less downforce and stiffer anti-roll. So it's probably not paying to my favour at the moment, but if a track does dry out, then the setup will be nice. I'm kind of hoping it does dry up, because it's not raining, it's just whatever's on the track at the moment. So that's kind of, I'm trying to do the big brain strat, but I don't think it's worked out for me at the moment. And the other thing, or the other thing as well about this car, the GT4 Mustang, is it doesn't have front aero, it's only got rear aero. So the only way you can control the front aero is by lowering the rear aero. And it is really fucking weird like that. So I like it oversteery. So I've got to run like less aero than normal, than what I normally would, because I can't give it more aero on front. Which is a really weird concept, but but yeah, the only, I bet that's really nice OER card though. Just fucking set it to max and put the sync on. That's fucking mental. Well, the only thing what's holding my 1080 back is the VRAM, because it's only got 10 gigabytes of VRAM, and it can do the FPS. It just can't do the graphical settings, because when you crank up the graphic settings, it uses more VRAM. So the only thing holding this graphics card down is the VRAM. That's why a lot of games I play now, it looks like fucking shit, because I've had to crank the graphic settings down so it don't max out my VRAM. That is the only reason why I'm looking at getting a 5810. Which is really fucking annoying. Especially when you've still got a capable card, it's just the VRAM, you know what I mean?
Hey buddy, it wasn't my intention to roll back. It was a slip and slide. Okay.
It's same with this game. Like, I can, like, if I put it to max settings, like max it out to 10 gigabytes on VRAM, I still get amazing. If it's raining, if the ground is wet, no. Once it starts drying up, yes. But if you see these puddles on inside, as long as there's puddles on inside to cool the tyres down, I'm fine. But as soon as them puddles start disappearing, that's when tyres start overheating and melting and destroying themselves. So that's why I'm kind of hitting them puddles, because the track is drying up now. So I'm hitting them puddles to somewhat keep the temps down. But it's same with slicks. You can absolutely kill your slicks from overheating them. So what people used to do, when they overheated the slicks, they used to drop 2 tyres onto grass to cool them down. And iRacing caught onto that, and they now give you a 1x for that now. That'll going off track. Whereas beforehand they didn't. It's unsportsmanlike, apparently. But as long as there's... Can you see that rear mist? Can you see the water mist in your rear view mirror? As long as there's that. Oh yeah, they are. There's some really fucking quick people in this. But as long as you can see that water mist in your rear view mirror as well, you should be Gucci. But yeah, there's some fucking quick people on this game. Like scary quick people. And you know what's the worst thing about all this and all, Grim? Is this is split 8 out of 12. So in split 1, people will be doing even faster lap times than what them French people are doing. In split 1, they're probably doing 5 seconds quicker. Oh fuck, oh fuck. Oh, my fucking right foot started playing up. Piece of fucking shit feet. Yeah, I've got nerve damage in my feet, Grim. So I can't feel my feet at all. And some days are better than the others when it comes to the pain. And they've just, my right foot has just decided to flare up. But considering I can't feel my feet, I think I'm doing pretty damn fucking good. No, what I do is, because my sim rig's got an A-frame like that, I rest my legs on the inside of them A-frames, and that's how I can feel how much I'm pressing the pedals, by how far my leg slides up and down the A-frame, if that makes sense. I know it's kind of hard to explain it, but well, I've also got throttle and brake on a button on my wheel, so when I get to straights like this, I just push the button instead of using pedals to give my feet a rest. Try and delay the pain for as much as I can. That's why if you look on that graph on bottom right, but pedals, you'll see it shoot up and down like that, and that's when I'm using a button instead of pedals. It just goes straight vertical. That's one of the reasons why sometimes I'm still on. Do you mean moving brakes forward and backwards? I've got buttons mapped to do that. So where is it? On that menu there, you can see brake bias. Yeah, it's like I see brake bias is 57. I've got it set on a button on the stream deck at the side of me, so I can go up and down through brake bias whenever I want. I've got two stream decks. I've got one on my desk to my left, and the one on the right that's mounted to my stream deck. Sorry, mounted to my sim rig. So I can just go up and down brake bias when needed. And do a lot of other car controls when needed. But with if you look up the Moza R5 bundle and have a look at the wheel on that, that's the wheel I'm using at the moment. And that wheel has got a shit ton of buttons, like a fucking shit ton of buttons. So I've got a lot of stuff mapped to the wheel as well. The only reason I went Moza is because of the upgrade path. The upgrade path on Moza is cheaper than the Fanatec. I don't know if it's still like that now, but when I purchased it, when I went direct drive, the upgrade path was cheaper on Moza than Fanatec. That's why I went Moza. If that's the GT style rim, probably not. But that's just because of my style of driving. I prefer a round wheel. It's more versatile. But when it comes to force feedback, it's like I've got 5 Newton meters. Now 5 Newton meters is plenty, like it really is plenty. However, I wouldn't recommend going anything under 9 Newton meters. And the reason why I say that is because of the clipping point. Because what you want, you don't want it to clip, because if it clips, you're losing feeling. So if you have a 9 or a 12 Newton meter wheelbase, you can have it so it doesn't clip at all. Yeah, you should be fine. It should be fine on the R9 for the clip inside. But with this, on certain cars, you will see it clipping a lot, because you have to turn up the force feedback so you can actually feel something in the car. But yeah, it's same with the R5. Like, it's got plenty of force feedback. Like, it's got more than enough force feedback for me. But it's just the clipping what's annoying me. Because what I do is, if you're still here after this race, I'll show you so you'll see what I mean. But I have the base Newton meter set to 3, and then I have the one below that, which is the simulated or whatever it is. I have that set to 5, between 5 and 8, depending on what car it is. So if it's like a front wheel drive car, I have it set more to 8, so it gives you more of a force feedback. But on cars like this, I'll have it set more to 5. Well, if you're still here after the race, I'll show you what I mean by that. And you can do it to every single car. You can dial it in perfect, car to car. Well, the front wheel drive cars, you need high force feedback for front wheel drive cars compared to a rear wheel drive car for some reason. Well, it's been like that in every single game I play. So I think it's just front wheel drive for you, that. Well, the track is drying up a bit, looks of it. Oof, starting to feel a lot safer. I'm just annoyed that the track is wet because I only did practice for dry. I do it in every endurance race. I only do practice for dry, and then when I load into the endurance race, it's wet. I should really start practicing in wet. Got the class 1s coming through, or the faster class. I like having stuff like the buttons for the wipers mapped to the wheel. I like to have stuff like the wipers and that mapped to the wheel to make it feel more realistic from it. I don't know if I clipped anyone there. I think I did because of the incident points I got. Fucking game. I didn't mark that in replay so I can come back and have a look at it. I don't think I did clip anyone. I think people are going in and switching to dries now. No, it's Grim. Look after yourself, brother. Thank you for subbing. And go and enjoy that amazing PC you've got. Oh my fucking lord. You have to calm down in that dip. I'm getting a little bit too cocky through there. It does look like I'm getting less spray behind me. So we might be going to slicks on the pit stop in 7 laps time, potentially. The issue is if I go to slicks, I'm gonna have to keep away from all the edges of the track. Too late. Alright, slow myself down for this. Stop being cocky through it. There we go. Oh, so many off tracks for that. I need to slow down through that corner. Starting to see a dry line now. I don't know if to take slicks or not in pit. I am starting to see a dry line, so do I risk it for the biscuit and go slicks? Or if I go slicks, I've got to stay away from all the insides. That corner again. He's still using wets in front.
Sorry, mate. Bravo! Disparé!
Sorry, Matthew. You scared the shit out of me there. I hope I didn't.
No problem.
Saved it. Saved it. I think I might risk it and try dry tyres. You have to be very, very careful with them. Yeah, I'm going slicks. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have just kept my lane and let them overtake me and let off. I weren't really thinking that. I'm either gonna really regret this, or it's gonna pay off for me big time. One or the other. He touched that puddle. That is what I'm going to have to avoid. I'm going to have to avoid all the puddles now. This is either going to be a hero or a zero move. We will find out. Oh, it's a zero move. It's a zero move. Just need to stay off the inside of these bends. Oh fuck. Thank you, brother. And hopefully I'll catch you again soon. Well, take care. Thank you for dropping by, I do appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think this was the play. Not this early anyway. But on majority of the track, it does feel really nice. But on the bits where it doesn't, it's scary. But on the plus side, at least I can't cook my tyres. You have to be extra careful through here. And this section coming up down here, I have to be extra careful as well. I think if I could get 5 more laps before I pitted, this might have been the logical play then. But I don't think it's the logical play right now. Just because of this section of the track. Oh, fucking prick. What did it say? Keep away from the inside. And what did I do? Go to the inside. Come on, Raggy. Stay away from the inside. Don't be stupid. Let this car past. Am I the only one we're using slicks at the moment? Am I the stupid one right now?
That was ambitious of me.
Like, slicks are better on the other side of the track, and wets are better on this side of the track. But I think overall, wets is still the play right now. Because the amount of time you lose here, you don't gain on the other side. Like, outweighs the time I gain on other side. Back here, I can't get off the curb at all. The person behind me is 2 laps down, so I've got some room to play before I lose another place. Too fucking late again. I'm gonna let these pass. Oh, get off. Get off the fucking curb. I hope he's not wrecked. Got fastest lap at session as well, we at 44. The dries are starting to come out into play now. But they're feeling really nice now. Starting to come alive.
Bro, I let play for you and you crash? please, don't stop me.
Everyone's joining the slick gang now. I'm not taking tyres on pit for fuel. I'm just taking fuel. Tyres still feel good, and they've got 10 pins, so what you have to deal with trying to heat them up for 2 to 3 laps. You know what I mean? Even longer in these sort of conditions. Not worth it. Wonder if he's gonna spin on next bend like the car in front did. Oh, went a little bit too wide there. Best thing for me with track being in these conditions is I can't cook my tyres. With my somewhat aggressive driving. I just can't believe I've got the fastest lap. Oh no, I haven't. Someone's taking it from me. Well, at least I had the fastest lap for 4 laps. So, I'm okay with that. I still need to be careful of the curbs, that's all. Because if I go on them, it don't like coming off. Nice. That's a nice best lap, that. They are cooking. Whoever's got that best lap. I'm not going out on wet to let you pass this time, buddy. Did that last lap and screwed myself over. I think I might pit for fuel now to take me to the end. Probably going to regret not taking tyres, but trying a big brain strap. I always take a little bit extra just in case when it comes to fuel.
C'est l'endroit où tu peux me doubler, hein. Putain, sorry man, I'm so sorry.
I think the reason I didn't need tyres because I went wet when the track, sorry, I went slick when the track was still wet. So that saved a lot of tyre wear. That saved a lot of tyre wear doing that. So I think if it were dry when I pitted, I would need tyres. But I tried playing a big brain strat and I went soft slicks. And everyone was still on wets for a good like 10 laps after me going slick. And they decided to start changing over when I got the best lap 3 laps in a row. I was proud of that. Got best lap 3 laps in a row. I just don't like the Mustang through that bend. Because of the forward heavy brakes it's got. I went a little bit too quick through there. That was my fault, that. I'm gonna try 3rd gear through there next.
Are you fucking kidding me, Todd? I'm sorry, Sergio. What the fuck are you doing?
And 3rd gear through there and all next lap. But considering I was dead last, lapped down, dead last, I think I've done pretty decent to get to 6th place. I think that strat, what I did going to slicks when I did, probably saved me on that, because there were a good 4 laps where I was probably 10 seconds quicker than everyone else until everyone else decided to go to slicks. So I think that saved me and got me all my positions back from being dead last. I can probably do that quicker, but I ain't got the nerve or the skill to do it.
Bro! I let you space and you blocked me again!
Why don't you fucking keep to the right, man? Or the left? You're wobbling around.
Like, the same thing, you blocked me on the right here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, man. It wasn't my intention.
Prick. Fucking prick in that faster car. Wheel still straight. I am so sorry about that. Well, that's my game over. That's my game over. Oh.
We got them dropping like flies late in the match.
This man, this were kind of a shitty move from me, and it was a shitty move from him. Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh. I don't think car's going to get repaired in time. Oh well, it is what it is. Go watch first place in GT class. Holy Jesus. That's the issue with slicks in this weather. Off the racing line, it's fucking horrible. And he ain't got no rear wing as well. Oh well, we live and we learn. I wonder if he's got the meatball, this person. He's risking it. How far back is the... Right there.
Carol, what happened to your breakfast?
We might get out for the last lap.
I'm gonna let you two talk.
behind him.
I would message him saying he's got no rear wing, just so he is aware. But he's from Spain, and I don't know if he understands English or not. Yo, how we going? I got wrecked. Oh, I kind of took myself out because a fucking faster class car. Fucking a faster car joked me on an overtake, so I went wider and he ended up didn't taking it. So I hit the fucking wet and went off and spun out, and then I fucking wrecked someone else on this chicane. So I couldn't fucking stop because I were on the wet part of the track. I were on full brakes, but I just couldn't stop. So I've got a funny feeling that I'm going to get protested against for that, which I understand. But I have clipped it just to try and appeal it if I do get protested. But I've got a couple of more minutes of repairs left, and hopefully we can... There we go. Serving penalty. I don't know whether to take the 3 minutes repairs or not. Optional 3-minute repairs. I ain't got no front bumper. I don't think that would get repaired in time.
Sergio, what the fuck?
It's not BS. It is what I did is 100% reportable. Well, it's hands down my fault. But I'm going to try and appeal it if it does get protested. Because like I said, it is 100% my fault. I'll try and show it you if I can rewind in time. But it's not one of them where it's like, oh, it isn't my fault and they're going to report me. It was my fault. So, but I'm going to try and fight it if I do get protested against. If that makes sense. Here we go. I went on the inside to let them past here. But then we went into the braking zone and I put full on brakes. And it just wouldn't stop. It just slid. It just slid and went straight into him. There you go. So it is my fault. Like, that is my fault. 100%. So it is... But this one here, I'm pissed off about because I went wide to let him past. And it looked like you were going to take the inside line, and then he didn't. So I just fucking... I were in wet. Like, I were in the wet part of the track now. So I just lost control. And yeah. And that were that. Yeah, I'm showing that message on YouTube as well. I'm going to take it off after this stream because I'll probably get in trouble for it, if I'm being truthful. So I'm going to take it off after the stream. But yeah, I'm going to take it off after this stream because I'll probably get in trouble for it. Well, this person's in first, but they've got no rear wing. I don't know how far back. Yeah. I think the Beamer will catch him by the end. I think I should catch him by the end. Good. Oh. Alright. 10th. But it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Well, how are you doing anyway? You looking forward to Christmas? Doing anything nice or just chilling? Oh fuck. Cold tires. But yeah, when I pitted on my first pit stop at the hour mark, I went slicks, and I was the only one slicks for a good half an hour. Everyone was still on wets for a good half an hour after me being on slicks. And then I started getting best laps. I got best laps like 3 laps in a row. It just kept getting faster and faster and faster for 3 laps in a row. And yeah, I got best lap by big margin. Because like beforehand, I think it was 48 the best lap. And I got a 45, then a 41, and then a 39. And then when I got them 3 best laps in a row, I think everyone decided to switch over to slicks. And then they started pulling away. But for them, for the good 3 to 4 laps where I was on wets and it was dry and they weren't, I think I was doing like a good 5 to 10 seconds a lap quicker. And that got me into 6th place. It got me from last place into 6th place. And then that accident's what happened there. Has knocked me all the way back down to 11th. But it is what it is. Only thing I'm going to try and do, if I do get protested against, is I'm going to try and appeal it. But I've got... He's well within his right to protest it. Because of what I did. You know what I mean? Like, I was 100% in the wrong. My only chance is I can fight it. You know what I mean? That's my only chance to try and fight it. But I don't think I can.
Good race, guys.
Oh, fuck. That curb. Oh, well. I'm surprised I didn't get a drive-through for that, but it's last lap in it, so. I'm probably going to lose a lot of SR here, but I don't care. Alright, let's have a look at these incidences. See if they... Have a look at the catwalk of shame. Slicks. All these are on slicks. Not realising wet is. Doing what I did. Ooh, that's... He will get done for that. If he reports that in front, he will get done for that. Oh, he won't. That was just loss of control. That's a racing incident. Ooh. Fucking Jesus. That's it. No, that's what I did. Just did. Well, let's see what's going now. See what we can go and do. See how much we've lost. Yeah, I was expecting that. I was really expecting that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. C-Class. What do we have going? Got the Falcon. Let's go B-Class down. I won't mind doing this, but... In fact, is there any touring cars going? Might do this. I need to practice launching this car. What track is this now? Come Come on, fucking get out. Oklahoma. Don't know if I've got this or not. I think I do. I will run the Laguna Seca one. Alright. Do a lap, then we'll come around and try and do the launch. Oh, he's caught. It's such an annoyance to try and get this to launch.
David, it's my first time in this car. I'm just gonna try and play around. I've never passed anyone in a film top, that's what I mean.
So practice is for, buddy. Stop wiping everything out for this from the door.
I just can't get this launch figured out in this car. I think it's better having a lower bite point. I don't know if it should be lower. Now, the biggest issue I have with this car is launching it. I always lose like 5 places offline because of it. It's still fucking slow. I might lower the bike point a little bit more. I'm just fucking spitballing now. Trying to figure this shit out. don't know if I need to up the bike point or lower it. That's what happens when you ain't got a... Fuck it. We'll leave it. We'll put it back to 40 and fucking pray to God that it works. Get a lap or two in that.
30分後に登録を終了いたします。まだ登録してない方は登録室にお入りください。登録は30分後で終了いたします。めっちゃすごいルールでしたね。すべてのドライバーは後ろ天国にしていい先生だった。結果は面白かったけど、勝ったチームが喜んでるでしょう。
Oh, come on, hurry up and load up, you POS. Oh, God.
日本の皆様にお越しいただきありがとうございます。アイレーシングは世界で一番いいレーシングシミュレーターです。ぜひ日本でご購入ください。
Installing setups from Hymo is one of the most frustrating shit you can ever do because it takes about 10 years to fucking install, and when it does install, it installs to the wrong directive. So then you've got to try and find the right the directive it's downloaded to, and then move it across into the right directive. It is just such a fucking shitty app. Like, the tunes are good, but the app is so fucking shit. You know what I mean? It's just so fucking shit. I don't know why people like it anymore. I'm tempted just to go fucking go setups to see if that is as trash as what this is. Only for touring cars it does this to and all. Like, it don't do it to any other one apart from touring cars. Oh, fuck it, we're going this. Take an extra gallon or two of fuel just in case. Put that up to 39. Might just try redlining it through there in second instead of going up to third for a split second. we got a nice launch there, I think. Best launch I've ever done in this car, that. Track's not built there yet, mate.
I would love to know what the hell you think. Oh, balls that corner up.
No pass, no pass, no pass. No pass.
Good overtake, that. That were a nice overtake from him there. In behind's me gonna get me by end. But I'm okay with that because I'm enjoying this race. This isn't my favourite track. Don't get me wrong, I do like it, but it's not my favourite when it comes to skill wise. Well, these two in front are having a really nice battle. I'm just happy that I can witness it. Bet him behind's kind of shocked that I'm not driving defensively because he's there. If he wants it, he can have it. I'm just enjoying watching these racing front. I think I might have a little bit too much downforce with this setup being for Laguna. I think I might have a little bit too much downforce. But through these cones, it's absolutely lovely, but on the straights, they're just pulling so hard on me. It could be Christmas every day. But him in that car directly in front is getting frustrated with the blue one because he can't get past him. We're having such a good race from my point of view. However, first place is just gone. I'm going to try leaving it in third all the way through there. Instead of going back down to second. Oh, messed up a little bit there. Yeah, I don't think it's a play leaving it in third. Not with this setup anyway, and my driving skill. It's been a privilege watching you two battle it out this entire race. Been beautiful watching you back here.
Yeah, sounds fast and easy. I'm defending with my finger. Good race, mate. Sorry, defending, but had to do it, mate. I've only just started the series. It's
Let's have a look at some of these incidences then, if there is any. Wonder who's Matt complaining about. I want to know what Matt's moaning about. The fuck is Matt? There we go. Let's see what this person's moaning about. Let's see if whatever this person's moaning about is warranted. Yeah, kind of. He turned in as if he wasn't there. Ooh. Yeah, he turned in as if he wasn't there. That. But the issue is this right here, where he jumped back on power and hit him again. It looked like he purposely hit him there. It looked like he purposely hit him there. Yeah, he purposely hit him there. Like, he's going to protest that. We can see him turning to left into him. So he's going to protest that. And he just keeps on pushing him. Does he get into another wreck? I don't think he does. I think that's it. See, this is the issue. What he said is warranted. I'm not... Oh, he's back out. Let's see if he has any more accidents. Then he goes off again. Like, he just gave up there. See, this is the issue with Matt. He can somewhat get done for that. But that protest, what he's talking about, fucking bull. It is understandable, but the issue with it is he swerved left into him afterwards, and they will see that on the protest. So he's probably going to hurt himself there if he does fire that protest because of that. You know what I mean? Do one more of these. I do like these. And now I figured out how to launch it off at line as well. In fact, cancel, withdraw. I'm calling it there. I was going to do another one, but my feet are hurting, so I think I'm going to call it. Thank you everyone for watching. Do appreciate it, and I shall see you all in the next one, which might be tomorrow. Too sure. But take care, everyone. Peace out.